Good evening, everybody. That was a bad idea, wasn't it? Taking a drink of my water just as I pressed the go live button. Hey ho, these things happen in the world of lives on Facebook. How are you guys? How is everybody doing? Yeah, I hope you are well on this dark and gloomy Tuesday evening. I don't know what it is doing where you are, but it's seriously bucketing down here. And it has been for hours and hours. The kids are watching the weather like hawks to see when it's going to be a good time to take the dogs out. And the dogs are going to get wet tonight. So, hey ho, that's life. That's the British weather. And I'm not going to talk any more about that. Welcome. And how many grandchildren? I don't have any grandchildren. I have two children, aged 20 and 16. In fact, my daughter's 21 tomorrow. No grandchildren. Neither of them want them. Woohoo! Anyway, welcome to Tuesday evening, and I hope that you enjoy this session tonight. So, without further ado, I'm going to introduce myself, and I want you to take note tonight of my introduction and how I'm going to introduce this session, because this is part of the teaching tonight. So, I am Mandy Nicholson, and I am a creative genius consultant, artist, and author. And I help creative women to launch, grow, and scale their business and make more money. I am going tonight to give you a session about networking, a training session about networking. So my presentation tonight is all about the power of networking and why your network is your net worth. Now, you might have heard this or seen it banded around social media over the last, goodness knows how long. We've been in lockdown now for so long. There's been so many people posting so many things. Just let me know if you're watching. If you're live, say hi, hashtag live, or hashtag replay. If you're watching on replay, let me know where you're watching from and what you do for a living, how your business is doing in this current climate. Because this is going to make a difference to you. This is going to make a real difference. Now, I don't know whether you do any networking at the moment, but let me give you the dictionary description. I'm going to start you off with the dictionary description of networking. Okay, I had to write it down. I like to get it right. Networking is the action or process of interacting with others to exchange information and develop professional or social contacts. It is vital to the human condition and vital to business to have a network. Why, you may ask yourself. I know we all have social networks for different reasons, and we have people on our social media platforms for lots of different reasons. But when you're in business, it is absolutely the lifeblood of your business to have the right people in your network. And I'm going to give you an example of why. So imagine that you sell items, products that you make for pets, for dogs. Let's say dogs, okay? So you make products that are for dogs. But 95% of the people on your network are not dog owners. How many sales do you think you're going to get by showing up and talking about what you do and your product in your network? You're not going to make very many, are they? Because there's percentages and there's ratios that happen in terms of sales online anyway. So if your network does not service a certain percentage of your ideal clients or your ideal customers and doesn't you don't have an audience that is going to be really genuinely interested in what you've got to do, what you do or say, then the chances of you developing your business are very minimal. So this is the first point about your network and why it is your net worth. So imagine then if you sell bespoke products for dogs and you've got 2,000 people on your network and every single one of them is a dog owner. What do you think your chances are then of being able to sell your products to your audience? You've increased your chances exponentially, haven't you? You have just changed your business by having the right people. And it's better to have 100 of the right people on your network than it is to have 10,000 of the wrong people. So that's where I want to start with networking, but it's not exclusive to this, because networking is way more than that. And we, over the last year, have been doing lots more online networking. Zoom has become commonplace in most households, and even Messenger video and Teams and lots of other digital platforms, YouTube, lives on lots of different platforms. The opportunity for us to use the social media platforms to communicate really well with others when we can't do this face to face. But there's a strategy that you need to take, because your network is not something that you should be spamming in a salesy way. Now, I'm going to say that just bluntly. Do not be a spammy pammy with your network. So what I've put together is my 7 top tips here to being able to show up, whether it's online or whether it's in real life, to the audience that you have, and be able to talk authentically and create meaningful relationships, because that's what you want, meaningful relationships. That is the core of every single business. When I was a store manager in retail and a divisional executive, it was all about relationships and community and teamwork and working closely with other people. It's no different now. It doesn't matter what business you have. It doesn't matter whether you sell products or services, whether you're a coach, whether you're a multi-level marketer, doesn't matter. It's about relationships. It's not about the product that you sell. It's about the people that you engage with and how you engage with them and how well you do that. So you'll notice at the start of, and this is point 1 for you, that you'll notice at the start of every live that I do every week, there's 2 things I do every single week. And this is what I want you to think about when you are showing up on social media, on live or on a Zoom call or in real life. And first thing I want you to do is to ditch the elevator pitch and stop calling it that. It's not a pitch. You are going to introduce yourself. And if you've got a few seconds to do that, you want to have a couple of sentences that say, this is who I am, this is what I do. So I'm Mandy Nicholson, and I am a creative genius consultant, artist, and author. I help creative women to launch, grow, scale their business and make more money. So this is what I do. That's my couple of sentences that tell you what I do. It's not a pitch. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm not trying to force you to listen to me for hours and hours on end or 10 minutes. I am literally giving you a couple of sentences that tell you this is what you need as an introduction. And the next thing you need to do, if you get an opportunity to speak in any way, whether it's a live or whether it's in person, or whether you're a guest expert talking, or whether you're at a physical live face-to-face networking event, is to use a process that I call tell, the 3 tell process. Tell your audience what you're going to tell them, then tell them what you've told them. So at the start of this live, I told you what I was going to cover today. I told you I was going to talk about networking and why your network is your net worth. So I told you the first tell. I am currently in the processes of telling you. And at the end, I'll summarize by saying, look, this is what we've covered today. These are the key points. The tell. So first point, so your step 1 is to ditch the elevator pitch and have a genuine introduction that isn't too long. And step 2 is to use the tell process, making sure that you communicate really well and effectively. So number 3 is be prepared to share your story or snippets of your story that are engaging, that are human, and that are real. It might be that you've struggled with your mental health and starting your business is part of your recovery process. It may be that you've started your business because of your mental health and you want to help others. I started my business because I was a frustrated creative in the wrong job for decades. And when I stepped into my power, I wanted to help other creative women to be able to step into theirs and teach them how to become entrepreneurs a lot quicker than I did it. So we all have a little bit of a story or something that we can tell that is our why. And this is what people call it. What is your story? It's the reason that you're doing what you do. Okay, that's number 3. Ditch the elevator pitch, tell, and your story in a warm and authentic way, a real way, a way that you know your story better than anybody else. Number 4 is do not sell. Do not pitch for your life, try and coerce people into buying from you, messenger them, and try and bombard them with sales pitch. Do not do it ever. If you tell people what you do and you tell your story and you tell them how they can find you, let them come to you. Anything else is uncomfortable and nobody welcomes it, right? I'm telling you now, I don't think there's any of you watching right now that would be jumping for joy at somebody coming into your inbox trying to sell you their product. Nobody likes it. If you want it and you've resonated with the person who's selling it, you will contact them. End of story. Don't be spammy and don't try and sell. If you're going to make genuine connections with real people and build relationships, it's about that first. That is more important than anything. So number 4 is don't sell. Number 5 is desperation shows. Okay, if you're desperate, your business isn't doing well, and you are desperate for sales, it comes across. It's easy to spot. It comes across in your body language. It comes across in what you're sharing. It comes across in your behavior. So you need to relax. Your business will start to take money when you lean into it authentically. You love your product or service. You want to make genuine relationships. It might take a bit longer, but honestly, those will be more meaningful and long-term sales than you trying desperately to get somebody to spend money with you. It puts me off, and it probably puts you off if you're really honest with yourself. So if that's something that you've done or you do, stop doing it. Honestly, desperation is really visible. And number 6, so is authenticity. If you're genuinely interested in making genuine connections with people and building relationships, that's also visible. If you're just authentically there and talking to people and wanting to know about them, that's invisible and it's endearing and it will draw people towards you. So that's point number 6. And point number 7, which is really important. This is the final point. All of my points are always important, but number 7 is teach, don't preach. Teach people about what you do. Teach people about the product that you sell. Teach people about the service that you offer. What are the benefits of them purchasing these items or these services from you? So if I was selling, what have I got here that I can sell you? This amazing mat, okay? This is a great mat. Honestly, God, you can't get a better coaster than this. It stops you having stains on your desk. It's got Black Sabbath on it. I love that. It's a coaster made from a ticket from a concert. It reminds me of my youth. There are so many benefits to this little thing here, and I love it. And you know what? They're available in multi-packs, because look what else I've got right here. I'm not trying to sell you these, by the way. I've got Led Zeppelin as well. So teach people about what it is you do. And that starts from the moment that you introduce yourself without that elevator pitch. Introducing yourself authentically is the start of your teaching process. The tell process is part of the teaching process. The storytelling is part of the teaching process. And this is how people will really be able to resonate with you and understand that not only do you do what you do, but why you do what you do, and that you are a genuine person. And that's what's really important. So I hope by watching me on a Tuesday night that you can understand that I really am passionate about helping creative women to become successful entrepreneurs who make more money, because that's all I ever talk about. That is my passion, and that's what I do. And I'm not trying to sell you anything tonight. I'm teaching you how to create a better presence in your network. So here's some actions. I'm going to run over the 7 steps again in a moment, but here's some actions for you tonight that you can take. Think about your ideal client and who it is that's likely to buy from you. So if your ideal client is a woman, age 40, with 2 children, who is divorced and lives, has her own business, and she might be interested in your service, go and have a look on your network tonight or tomorrow at how many people are not that person. Now, I'm not telling you to delete everybody between 20 and 40 and older than that. I'm not telling you to delete all the men, but have a look at your network and see how many of your ideal clients are on there already. And consider, when you are accepting friend requests or adding people, are you adding ideal clients or potential ideal clients or people that might buy from you? You don't have to do anything with them, but are the people that you are adding to your network fitting this ideal customer of yours, this perfect customer that may buy from you? Do they fit into that category? And if they do, then add them to your network, and then show up and be genuine and tell them about what you do. Like you tell them, like I'm telling you right now, just show up and do what you do. Don't do anything different. Don't try and do anything different. So think about that. Go and have a look at your network. Look at the people on your business page. And actually, what I said to you at the start, it's better to have 100 of the right people than 10,000 of the wrong people, because your conversion rate will be about the same. If you've got 9,900 of the wrong people, those 9,900 people are never going to buy from you if they're the wrong people. If they're not dog owners, if you're selling dog products and they're not dog owners, they're not going to buy from you ever. So, and I'm going to guess that you personally don't know 9,900 people who are either in your friends or family category. So if you delete some of them, is it really going to upset them, and will they notice? Probably not. So have a think about that. Do a bit of don't advertise it. You know, when people come on Facebook and say, I'm going to do a cull, don't do that. Just do it. Just go through and get rid of people that you don't think are adding value to your network, and accept new people in that are. Go and network in groups that actually will resonate with your product or service. Now, there are loads of, you don't have to reinvent the wheel here. There are loads of amazing groups out there that are already established. Go into Facebook and do a search for what it is you do. So if you sell dog products, products for dogs, type in products for dogs and look in groups, and then look in business pages and find lots of groups and business pages that are similar to what you do, because in those groups and business pages will be your ideal client. And go and talk to people. Go and have conversations. Don't be salesy. Don't be pitchy. Go and have conversations with people in those groups. MIB International, as it's called now, is a great networking group. There are loads of fantastic local networking groups near you that you'll be able to find. Go and network, and don't just go and join the groups. Go and attend some of their meetings and actually get to know people over Zoom. Meet them virtually, have conversations, and practice introducing yourself, so that when we are allowed out in real life again, that you're going to find it a lot easier to introduce yourself in real life, in a real life situation that might be something that makes you uncomfortable normally. If you can practice that on Zoom and in groups over the coming months while we're still locked up, it's going to be so much easier for you outside of the other end of this. Okay. And believe me, If you get your network right and you get your messaging right and you show up authentically and you are consistent and you're not salesy and spammy and you share your story, then you are going to attract people to you to buy your product or service. So that's why your network is your net worth. So let me summarize again the points that I covered for you. So first of all, your network is your net worth. Networking is important. And the 7 key points. First one is ditch the elevator pitch, show up authentically. That's number 1. Number 2 is the tell principle. Tell your audience what you're going to tell them, then tell them and tell them what you've told them. Guess what I'm doing right now? Telling you what I've told you. Number 3, tell your story. Tell your story as to what drew you to doing what you're doing right now, why you do it. And tell it authentically. Be honest. Share. People love a story. Don't sell and don't be spammy. Don't go in Messenger and try and sell to people. Don't be spammy and don't push for your product or service. People will come to you if they want it, if they resonate with you when you show up. That was number 4. Number 5 is desperation shows. If you are desperate for sales and your business is not doing well, if you can't level yourself and just show up authentically, it will show. And so does authenticity. It shows. When you are genuine and you are relaxed and you are happy sharing, it also shows. And finally, number 7, the most important, my favorite thing here, teach, don't preach. So I hope that's helped you a little bit tonight to think about networking and how important it is to your business. It's really important. If you look in the comments, I don't know which way it is, up, down, to the side, I don't know. I've put 2 freebies in there and I would like you to join my email network. If you sign up for these freebies, you get the free stuff and I get you on my network and I send out 2 email newsletters every week, and they're not the same as everybody else's. They're interesting and they're real and they're about daily life and they're about creative business and they're about normal things and they are not spammy. I write about mental health issues, but I also use humor. It really does, Robin. Yeah, I agree with you there. That's great to get a comment from you. Humor is really good. I use it myself when I'm doing lives. I like to introduce, not laughing all the time, but a little bit of lightheartedness and a little bit of humor really does resonate with people. And just being honest, if you see something that you don't like, call it out. And you know what? If you get a load of people trolling you for that, have the confidence to say what you believe in. And it's really important to be that authentic. None of us has to fit in. We're all entitled to an opinion. And if you're showing up for a really heart-centered, soul-centered reason that helps people, genuinely helps people, and it's in context, then people will accept it more. And if they don't, they are not your people. Remove them from your network. That's how it works. I'm going to wish you loads and loads of abundance and success in getting your network streamlined so that it fits your ideal client and your business perfectly so that you can increase your sales and secure your future and your business by seeing your network as a business asset. And it is a business asset. Good luck with that. I will be here the same time. Yeah, I love deadpan British humour, so do I. I'll be here same time, same place next Tuesday night with another topic where I'm going to teach you something, because that's what I decided 2021 was all about. It was about teaching on a Tuesday night and sharing some insights and passing on some tips so that you can go away and do something today to make a change in your business, because I want you to be successful. I want everybody to be successful. We all need it at the minute, don't we? So I'm throwing fairy dust out to you all and good wishes. And I will see you all next week. Have a wonderful week.